Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. This vlog is gonna be a driving update. I got new shoes, I lost a camera. So it's August 13th and I actually have a driving lesson today. So I'm gonna try to vlog. August 3rd was a Saturday. It's the day I vlogged the driving lesson that I then put out later. So if you guys don't know, I don't own a car, so I practice on my grandma's car. So on August 4th, I drove her car for the first time in Midtown Manhattan, and it's an SUV, and I parallel parked her SUV. On the first try, I somehow did it. I was pretty amazed. Then on the 6th, I had another driving lesson. We worked on stop signs, because there are two types of stop signs, and we practiced more parallel parking and three-point turns. Then on Wednesday the 7th, I got new sneakers. I really like the color red and found these red sneakers and got them. And then on the 8th, I tried out the shoes in a skateboard and in a car, and I vlogged a bit. So here's that footage. They're actually a Nike skate shoe. They're meant for skating, but they're designed like a soccer shoe. Here they are. As you can see, it's very flat. We're gonna put them to the test. I'm gonna skate with them right now. Verdict, these skate shoes are really nice. I can really like feel the board. Okay, so I just drove a bunch. I didn't video because I videoed so much of my driving lately, but we went to Old Navy. I got some shirts. And I pulled into my first non-parallel parking space. I went like that. So I drove to Old Navy, and then I drove to get bubble tea. So that was really cool. And then my grandma has a driveway, and I somehow managed to pull up into the driveway. Don't know how I did it, but hey, I did it. This is where I pulled into. Super tight over here. This is the other side. So my driving school, Revolution Driving School, they liked the video that I made. So I got together with the owner of the driving school, Ebo, and we shot some videos together, and I vlogged that day too. So here is the footage from that day. Okay, so I just had another driving lesson.
Hi, this is Ebo from the driving school.
Yep, this is the third car I've driven in my life. It's a, what is it? What's this car?
It's a Hyundai Sonata.
So we just shot some videos for Revolution Driving School. So if you go to their YouTube channel, you'll probably see them, right? Or their website, something like that. You'll see me there.
YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah. So this is my driving practice for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
After the lesson, I went to find my I have two of these Canon cameras, and I realized, like, wait, like, where is it? We left it on the street. We put my camera on a little tripod on the street to film parallel parking from the outside of the car, and we left it there. We just drove away. I can't believe I did that. Really lucky that I still have this camera. So they were really nice. I shot the video with Ebo, who's like the owner. Basically, I drove in his car. He left. I called him saying that we had left the camera, and he was so nice. He came back out, picked me up, took me there. I mean, it's New York. People are obviously gonna take it. It was just a bummer. The thing is, like, you turn these into lessons, so like future I'll just be really careful about not forgetting my things, and like this will always sit with me. But Ebo was so nice. He drove me there, and then he also drove me back uptown. Then I met my cousin, my aunt, and then they drove me to Brooklyn. So here I am in Brooklyn, and we're gonna get the best pizza, DeFara's. What? How long has DeFara's been around? Like, no idea. It's got to be at least like 50 years, right?
Hello. 2 hours later,
we got the pizza. Ebo said that I could have a few free lessons. Like, it wasn't even his fault, like, so that was really nice, and I'll definitely be more than happy to do videos for them in the future. So yeah, we enjoyed the pizza. It was very good, and now it's the 13th, it's Tuesday, and I'm gonna have my first lesson at sort of night-ish. We're back.
Hi again.
With Yavuz. And so I got here really early.
We're gonna do the lesson a little early.
Do the shoes you wear when you drive make a difference?
Yeah, exactly. It does.
Because I remember, like, the first lesson, that's like one of the first things you ask.
It is, especially for learners. When you just start to learn, you need to understand how the pedals are functioning.
These shoes, they're skateboarding shoes, so they have like flat soles. Like on a skateboard, it's like easier to feel.
Exactly,
and, like,
because you're going to, like, your foot is going to grab the floor. You know what I mean? That feeling?
Right, yeah.
So the same thing when you're touching the paddles, so that you will understand how the brake is reacting against your pressure. One more thing, you should not tie your laces so tight, then it will cause.
Then you won't be able to, like.
Exactly, and then it will cause low blood circulation, which will tire your foot. Tell me your experience. What did you feel with the shoes?
Like, I feel like I'm touching something, like, directly, I guess. What has happened since we last filmed? A lot has happened. I lost a camera.
Well, anyway, there are some parts of life that we have to go through sometimes, even though we don't enjoy it.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean,
so
it's a learning experience. Right?
Exactly. Use them as part of your life to learn something.
I'm not gonna say where or anything, but he lives crazy close to my grandma. It's kind of crazy.
Like we were neighbors.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that happened. He studied psychology. I didn't even know this until after we filmed last time.
Yeah, the first thing I was into when I thought about psychology, I loved communication, interaction, you know, and I was personally very attentive to details. I mean, if I smell a good food, I would try to understand what the ingredients are in that food even before seeing it. You know, it's just a personality. Smart is using your brain, but especially psychology and going through details is something about what you feel, how you feel, because it's your feelings that are involved. You sense something. For example, when you start to drive, I would try to analyze your behaviors, your reaction to others when you're in traffic, and I would try to guess what kind of personality you have. And why not applying it for teaching? Of course, because it helped me a lot for understanding the personality of my student, the way they are used to learn, the way they want to learn. You know, teaching techniques, they vary, right? I go deeper and deeper until I understand if the student is making a mistake, why they make it.
Right.
And that may not be their fault either, because there may be something causing it even they are not aware of. It helped me for preparing myself for anything in life, because I know how people react. Then I would, you know, make my plan a little more smoother. Of course, you're not going to be able to know 100% about the results, but at least you could build it up to 80%, 85%. You go into a restaurant with friends, and you're pretty confident about the food you want to eat. You are sure that you're going to eat. Why? Because you have money enough.
Okay.
If you don't have money enough, you're not going to step forward. Hey, I want to eat this.
Right. Okay, no, I know what you're saying.
You see what I mean here? If you have information, if you have, well, not only information, like shortly know-how. You know what I mean? When you started to drive, you're not confident at all, but then when you learned how to do it, now you're confident enough because you have the knowledge. This is confidence. Confidence is knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, like you don't have money to pay for your food.
Yeah, like so it's like information, like having knowledge, right? Okay.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
Confidence is nothing unreachable, as long as you're not refusing to learn, or as long as you're not refusing to get the correct information. Now you have the correct information. Are you happy with that information?
This?
Yeah, for driving, huh?
Yeah.
So this is your confidence. When you go to your restaurant, you are prepared for the bill because you have money enough in your pocket to pay for that food, right? See, you have your confidence to drive in New York City, even in New York State, which will be possible soon because we're going to start your highway lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you are a good learner, not only in driving, because I see you do a lot of things. But before I make that comment, tell me, why are you after learning almost everything? Tell me.
I don't know. I feel like I've always had the idea that like you can't ever learn too much. Like you can always keep learning, and it's really good to always keep learning. I
mean, why are you after learning like different areas?
I just find so many different things like interesting. Like I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm a really curious person.
Let's wait there. When you say interesting, that means it draws your attention.
Yeah, like I'm like very curious. I started this when I was young, like with violin. Okay. I asked for lessons.
And I love that, by the way. Yeah.
I practiced like by myself. Like no one told me to practice. And then it was like that. And then I wanted tennis lessons. Okay. I got that. Gymnastics, horseback riding.
Wow.
I don't do this anymore. I don't do horseback. But then I just like always like would see something. I'd be like, oh, I want to do that. And
I want to see you like 5 years later about all these. After all these, like learning different things and stuff, finally when you find your own major to study and then finish it, with all these experience, I'd like to see again how and what you became. Your education areas are like a oh my god, a lot. Even a person in my age, it's a lot. I mean,
yeah, no, I know. My
how
dad
do you
always
find
says that.
time for that?
I don't know. I feel like I'm very focused. When I want to do something, I like have
I
to
know
do it.
you're focused because of the first lesson when you listen, my explanations and stuff, that tells me you are focused. Or maybe,
Yeah. Or it's like whenever I want things, like I'm good at like setting goals and then working for those goals.
okay,
like that
well,
kind of thing.
you have this naturally probably.
So you're very curious.
Yeah, I am. So that's what I'm trying to say. How come have you become so curious? Because it looks familiar. You know?
No, it's very, I don't know, it's very natural. I just want to thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you
For
very
being,
much
like-
for being a very good student.
Thank
For
you,
understanding
thank you.
actually.
You just, I feel like you care a lot about your students and like
I do.
just, like,
And you know what? How I
nice.
felt when you lost that camera? Trust me, it was like it's empathizing because I know
Yeah.
how much that camera meant to you,
Mhm.
and I feel like if I lost my a teaching tool, I don't know, let's say, if I lost my steering wheel, I would feel the same way because
Yeah.
it's one of your tools that you use daily,
Yeah.
and that made me sad because I was
Yeah.
almost.
No, thank you so much.
No, of course.
No, I
thank
like
you.
admire people who empathize because I think that's like a really, really important trait to have.
Thank you very much.
It's really, really important. I remember you mentioned last time you were like, I love teaching, and I thought that was like so cool. Cause
Yeah,
like,
this is what I used to say to my friends as well. Okay, I love driving. I love teaching. So why not making a living out of it? You
Yeah.
know, make a combination. If you don't like what you like, what you do, it's just a task. I'm going to feel like I have to do this. I'm not going to enjoy it. You know? So thank you for asking me this question. And sometimes my friends telling me that, hey, it's just a job. You're making your living out of it. Just, you know, forget about it after, you know, you got home or what. No,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
but what else do you do besides driving?
I'm coaching some people for life.
That's
private life coaching sessions. I have my private clients for a long time. I'm trying to practice my coaching techniques on driving. The way you drive is an explanation of your personality. That's why I don't feel strange when I'm coaching or when I'm teaching driving. It's almost a kind of
It's like part of you.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I love teaching, I love driving, and I love helping people. The idea behind coaching is helping people.
Yeah. If you want me to like you, I just like people who like are like nice, care about others, empathize with others, like really care for
Yes.
others. Like I think that's like one of the most important things that a person can be or have a trait.
Or because I would say, okay, what if I was in that person's shoes and I needed help? Maybe that guy will help me in the future, even though I don't remember him, if I become
Yeah, and so
the
it's
same.
treat others how you want to be treated.
Exactly.
That's like the golden rule.
Exactly.
That's the rule everyone should live by. We're driving.
Driving in the night.
Yep. First time driving after sunset.
I mean, if I wasn't your instructor, I would take a nap. I'm that relaxed now.
Nighttime driving, I feel blind right now because compared to normal, like I just feel
Okay,
so weird.
let's see. What do you see different?
I don't know.
than daylight?
It's just less like the people are darker
Okay,
and everything's darker, and you see a lot of like lights everywhere.
that's what I was gonna say. Focus on the lights, on the vehicles' lights as well, and then intersection lights, and those two blind spots on the sides. When especially you're turning, the body of a person could be hidden behind them, especially when you're making turns in the night. So this guy on the left is coming very fast. Just be aware of him. You know why? Because when they come too fast and the road is bumpy, they may just, you know,
Yeah, like
be shaky a little. And if they're too close to you, they may drift.
Oh, we
towards
didn't
you.
tell them I'm driving myself home. Is this Delancey? This is Delancey. Yeah, this is
yes,
Delancey.
it is. Yeah. Get on the left turn lane. Yeah, this is no. See, no. Be here. So I'm gonna tell you something. 2 lanes, turn left.
Oh,
You're gonna make a
wow.
wider, which is gonna be closer to the right
Makes
side.
sense. Makes sense.
So next time, try that.
Yes.
No, you are really tired.
I don't know. No, I don't even know why.
You haven't eaten enough. That's it. Yeah. Well done.
Now I don't even have to like skateboard home. Thank you for letting me drive home instead. Because like,
yeah, you were the last lesson, and I had to, you know,
well, it's good for
go
you
home
too,
anyway,
then,
and it's on my way.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
Thank you for watching. Thumbs up the video.
You need to
What
eat, and you need to go to relax. Okay.